What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Isis. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is NyanRacingCat. No? Just me? Just me. The map is Anatolia, and this is a best of 5 for the Vibli Champions League season number 2. Playoffs, quarterfinals. Kimo, the top seed coming in from his division. NyanRacingCat, the 4th seed. Barely scraping it in, but scraping it in is making it. Decided to go with the Kronos here on Anatolia. Haven't seen anyone truly opt for this strat, to be honest. But going with the Kronos, he does find himself some deer over here to be eating. If we check out this, if this is going to help him or not. A very interesting decision from NyanRacingCat, especially because you have to kind of realize that Kimo is going to go Isis here. Kimo knows that Isis is considered the best god on this map and probably is the best god on this map. Though there are definitely gods that can take games off of Isis here. Surprised to see the Kronos, because Kronos gets countered pretty hard by monument protection because you can't use those deconstructs. We do see that there has been already a deconstruct over here, but Kimo reacts to it nicely. Just going to power that dock back up. And honestly, I don't think that did any damage to Kimo at all. He just, except for the Pharaoh empowerment time and this villager finishing off the lumber camp there. Because the wood income just hadn't started yet, so he didn't even lose fishing ship train time. So just NyanRacingCat already down a deconstruction here. Should have just delayed it a little bit. Maybe waited until you see the third fishing ship come out, because once the fishing ships start coming out for Isis, that's when they pretty much come out one at a time. We do see a villager now coming up to the top side of the map. Very standard play from Kimo. And we have the Oracle chilling here. We'll see if they do meet each other or not. Looks like they... Wait, let's see. We does see the villager, and Kimo's just going to bash away at this Oracle here before making his way over to build the dock. The fishing ships are coming out for NyanRacingCat. I'll be surprised if NyanRacingCat goes for like a Kronos rush here. I won't be surprised if he goes for something a little bit more unique. He does have a lot of like interesting strategies he likes to try that do kind of throw his opponents for a bit of a curly one. Maybe he might try a behemoth rush here, going through Rhea to get that trader. Maybe steal a scorpion man or something from his opponent. Maybe steal a siege tower, a war elephant. There's a lot of high value units that Isis can create. So getting some sort of semi-fast heroic age for Kronos, not a bad idea. Obviously, the other option is to go Hyperion and just pretend like you're playing Oranos, except with time shift and slower units. So that might be a thing, but we'll see. The dock is coming up over on this side of the map. Oracles are over here, so it's potentially... potential for NyanRacingCat to hit this side of the map. The big problem for the Atlanteans in these Anatolia games is it's very hard for them to get the docks up. It's very hard for them to get the docks up. We see another couple fishing ships coming out. Maybe this villager going to make his way over and get this dock up. We see the temple moving forward for Nyan. He's going after this side of the map first. A little bit surprising to see that, to be honest. Now the villager making his way over here. Going to throw this dock out on this bottom side of the map, not overcommitting to docks just yet. Mana coming up as well. You do kind of need to get 2 docks on both sides, but the big advantage for Kronos, or for Atlantean in general and water, is movement. And Anatolia, you just have such little movement you can really use because of how narrow the water is. Now the dock is on its way, and it will be up in time. The temple is out as well. Focus is coming in. We see the docks coming up now with the fishing ship and the villager here. So this one will be denied, but I don't think this one will be. And the question is, will there be a deconstruction available? It is fairly close, so it should be up fairly soon. And here it goes. There's the Promethean popping out. Oracle Heroes coming in instantly, and this dock will be denied. Promethean just going to be searching up this side to make sure that no forward docks are going up. But Kimo is going to have the dock spam already started. 3 docks coming up on this on these fishing spots here. All of these fishing ships going to attempt to get this dock up, and honestly, it looks like they might. Nah, no way this gets up. Kimo's just got to give up on this one, I think. Especially if the Promethean comes back to pick it off. Yeah, it's going to be close. No, he does decide to delete it there. And then we see Nyan going to start moving up onto this side of the map. But with 3 docks here and a deconstruct, I don't know, maybe Nyan can push in. We see Anubis is coming through for Kimo, so he's actually not going through bars. So this pressure has definitely forced Kimo to do something just a little bit different here. We just see so many docks coming up. The Promethean going to be trying to search out that villager there, and he will find it. As the villager will get harassed away, possibly even lose her life to the Promethean. Does a lot of damage here. 4.4 move speed is plenty enough to catch up and snipe this laborer here. So he will kill that one there. Doc's going to be falling as well as the Anubis just about to hit. Having an Anubite will help quite a bit, because then he can start harassing NyanRacingCat's home base. But NyanRacingCat now starting to build some Milo out himself here. I still don't see a second dock up this side. These Barim over here just denying so far this dock here, but not much else. Kimo is on 16 fishing ship, but a lot of his fishing ship not fighting at this point, and we don't see too many cabinets being built. One cabinet coming out of this location. Another dock is coming up for Kimo. So these docks are slowly falling. We see the cabinet going to pop out. That's going to start harassing these units. Priest Pharaoh coming in. Going to go after the Prometheans. But the Oracles have got focus. They're speedy. 4.8 speed. Going to chase these down. You do have to micro this a little bit, because these units are going to bump into each other as they're chasing away. But it does. But NyanRacingCat does decide to leave those alone and pull back for the time being. We can see there's now 12 fishing ships for NyanRacingCat. He could probably get out a couple more on this bottom shore here if he wanted to, and then just sort of defend it. It's a very interesting strat from NyanRacingCat. I really like it in how he's managed to do this. He didn't really build too many Barims. He just was building fishing ships. Now he's just transitioning into basically full land pressure here. But this might get greeted by the priest siege, the dreaded Isis priest siege here. We'll see. Looks like he's retreating away from the Oracle, doing nice things. The priest and Pharaoh doing tons of damage. The Valor comes through for NyanRacingCat. He's got tons of heroes here. He'll be able to start sniping these heroes off, doing a nice job. Meanwhile, the cabinet's sniping NyanRacingCat's fishing ships. He's got a garrison. They're moving forward with these ones as well. But he does manage to pick off the priest and the pharaohs, taking down the watchtower now. He has actually cleaned this gold mine, or claimed this gold mine. He's also got a deconstruct that he can use if he can kill off this monument to the villagers. But that is a big if, and we see a lumber camp coming on the back of the base here. And we'll see what happens as the barracks coming up, the armory coming up. Kimo with some decent resources in his bank as the units are pushing in. They do spot the gold mine villagers getting pulled off the gold to deal with these Hero Milo. And he does manage to kill one, so throwing that one away. Meanwhile, second town center now coming up for NyanRacingCat, as all of the fishing ship have been garrisoned. See if Nyan's going to pop those fishing ship back out. This is Kimo is sort of just sacrificing his cabinets over here as they do retreat away now. So nice play from Kimo, good pressure in order to slow down Nyan's food economy. He does have boars here. He's got these deer he could be eating, so plenty of hunt that he could go into now. And this is like, you guys should tag John Arbiter in this and say, look, you don't have to fight water. If you're bored of the ships, just do something different, man. And NyanRacingCat is definitely doing something different. He's going to be swinging around with his army, attempting to push in and pick off these villagers yet again. I think that he needs to get some value and prevent Kimo from going to the next age. He needs to not throw away units, because if he can pressure this gold mine, he can really hurt, really hurt Kimo. Kimo is forced to use the serpents over here So nice play from Nyan, and now he just needs to somehow set up over here. Potentially watchtowers plus time shifting his sentry towers in here wouldn't be a bad idea at all in order to continue this Kronos pressure. As long as he's got army out, he should be okay. But the Axeman, Priest, Slingers coming out for Kimo. Very difficult to defeat this the Axeman with Atlantean. You sort of have to make Kara Ballista when you really don't want to. And he does turn around. He's going to start sniping some of these Axemen, pulling his Terma back. There's lots of units here for NyanRacingCat at 109 population. 2 town centers, pumping villages out of both town centers, or almost. He's a little bit short on that one there. You see the Terma getting pulled back. So the Terma trying to deal with everything here. Sniping these Axemen as well. Nice fight here for NyanRacingCat as Kimo is really struggling to hold on to this location. He's really not going to be able to. This gold mine's only got 600 gold left in it. I'm not sure that Kimo is going to be able to get a second gold mine here. He's got 300 gold in the bank. He's not going to be able to, well, he can get to the Mythic Age with Ancestors here, so that may be the option that Kimo is after. But he is still pumping out units. Slingers, Axemen. Another barracks as well. It's looking like Kimo maybe not going to go to the heroic age here. I'm not even sure if a Migdol is going to work because the monument to the villages might not protect it. Yeah, he'd have to build the Migdol here, which is still going to allow NyanRacingCat to put pressure on. Lots of wood in the bank as Nyan's now getting a 3rd town center for himself right in front here. I like that play, but I would have also liked him to maybe, instead of the town center, just get that watchtowers and start building those in the front, because if he holds this gold mine, he just wins the game. And at this point, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. This gold is just about to finish for Kimo. He does have the resources to get to the heroic age, but he's still fighting here, and he's allowing himself to lose tons of units as Nyan is just more than happy to take these trades here because of the way he's set up. But now Kimo has the resources to get up. He's going through Nephthys. I don't think that NyanRacingCat's going to have too much favor to deal with the Ancestors push out. So this gold mine will probably be able to get secured with an Ancestors. The talent center will probably be up for NyanRacingCat, but that's a big win if Nyan can force Kimo to have to use his Ancestors to take this location. We see the counter barracks getting time shifted forward. The army for Kimo pushing in. Nyan needs to think about just taking this fight here. He's got the Kara Ballista. Those Slingers and Axemen really don't do all too much. There's the prosperity coming in as Kimo is trying to get as much gold out of this gold mine as he can as this army is pushing forward. And Nyan is not going to allow him to. He's pushing in. He wants to take down these Slingers nicely, but Nyan's army is just not going to cut it. Medium Slingers is coming through for Kimo here. Just imagine if there was a watchtower or two here. This would be a completely different fight, and this would have never happened. But Nyan not seeing that opportunity, as the Kara Ballista are going to start sniping away at these Axemen. You can see how many resources Nyan has. He could have time shifted in every single one of his towers. Had 4 towers here. Oh, you hate to see it. And now the Scorpion Man coming through. And Nyan has to pull back, and he's got a very short amount of food. He started his farms. He doesn't have any upgrades. I don't even think he's got an economic guild here. This is at the epitome of all in from NyanRacingCat. He's at 18 villages trying to fish from this location as well. We see the Ancestors coming in as the villagers are going to bum rush this town center with only 2100 HP on the town center. It's just not going to work at all for NyanRacingCat. So this entire forward location is going to get cleaned up as Nyan's pulling back. Has to think about what he's going to do next. And now Kimo's just economy has skyrocketed. 1,200 food in the bank, 600 gold. He's going to be able to go Mythic Age very soon, probably through Osiris. He could even go Thoth here. Thoth wouldn't be the worst god in the world in this matchup either, but he's probably going to go Osiris. Take this town center for himself. He doesn't have a Pharaoh out at this point. The market is on its way. Sultan for a quarry coming through for Kimo. Always gets his economic upgrades as soon as he possibly can. We see the counter barracks going to go down. There's some units that are stuck in here. As the Kara Ballista do pop out, because they're going to attempt to take down these Slingers as the Ancestors does fall. And the town center will come up. Promethean going to attempt to delay that one, but has to pull back as well. And now Nyan is without a hope, to be honest, at this point, because the town center's been grabbed. The gold mine's going to get grabbed. Siege work's going to go up. You can't really throw down a Migdol stronghold just yet until you put a monument down against the deconstruction, which is available for NyanRacingCat. So we'll see how this is going to go. Nyan pulling him off this gold mine. More military barracks getting built for him. Still has tons of wood in the bank. It's just a question as to why he's done this. Just build like farms. Build some farms. And you can see the difference in the economy here. 38 villages for Kimo. 27 fishing ships. Absolutely huge amount of fishing ships for Kimo. He's just grabbing this entire amount of fish on this side of the map. And this is because Nyan went completely all in on the land. And I think he could have taken this. I think he definitely could have taken this with just a little bit more pressure. But it just didn't work out for him here. Now Siege Workshop is up. We see the monument to the soldiers coming up next. That'll be followed with a Migdol. Maybe the Pharaoh could come over and help out. We see the Kara Ballista coming in, going to start trying to take down the villagers. Osiris is on the way now for Kimo. As we said, that was probably going to be the one that he takes. We just see a third town center now, another third town center trying to get grabbed by Nyan, but the Scorpion Men there to deny this one. The citizens getting pulled back into his home base. And the monument almost up. Not really enough gold just yet. Just about to get it. Kimo might want to consider, he's getting his third town center, but might want to consider the market up in the top corner to start his trade route just to ensure the victory here. And now the Migdol stronghold is up with the monument to the soldiers. No deconstruction going to be able to be used. And this Scorpion Man getting chased around will get sniped before the citizen goes down. Good one. There we go. Nyan does deal with that. There's the Migdol. More barracks coming up. Wouldn't be surprised to see just elephant or something coming out of the Migdol stronghold. Is exactly what Kimo is going to do. Normally you don't see elephant because they cost so much, but on maps like Anatolia, Midgard, even Mediterranean, we have that bonus fish. Those elephants don't really cost that much. We see the Pharaoh coming back. Needs to get healed up if he wants to cast Son of Osiris on it. He does have the priest here though, but he has to click on it. He's just going to heal up all his units first. I guess that's fine, but there's the Osiris. Does he see this the Pharaoh here? No, not yet. Oh. Maybe he doesn't care. There we go. Healing up old Pharaoh boy. Back to full HP. Now he can cast his Son of Osiris if he wants. And there it. Not doing it? Okay, fair enough. Just chilling, Kimo. Kimo doesn't care. He's like, I got all the time in the world here. And Pharaoh coming in. Sees these units. There's the Son of Osiris getting cast. Still no City of the Dead though. He's got the resources for it. Such an important upgrade. You can see what it does. Extra 30% Son of Osiris hit points. That's a lot of hit points. Goes up to like 600 and something. We see another Migdol stronghold coming in. We see the Rhea for NyanRacingCat was hit. He gets the Behemoth out, but that gets dealt with so quickly by the mummies. Now he can use Trader on an elephant or on a mummy or something like that at this point, but it's really not that useful. Now we see the army of NyanRacingCat coming into the back. The mummy here chilling. Going to snipe a unit before probably getting picked off. And Kimo's just ignoring it. He doesn't care. He's just going, nah, I'm going to keep pushing forward. You can do you. But Kimo's actually short gold at this point. He can sell his food. It sells for quite a bit, 55. The Son of Osiris can actually deal with all these units by himself here, it looks like. Now we see the Carabalist is falling. Terma going down as well. Axeman dealing with those Murmillo very, very nicely. And now the siege towers will just start wheeling their way in to destroy every building of NyanRacingCat before he moves into the hometown center. Nyan's actually got a ton of food right now. He's just very short on the gold. He's trying to make some behemoths, maybe go for like a town center, a sneaky town center attack. with NyanRacingCat being a little bit out of position. He's got a ton. With Kimo being a little bit out of position. Bronze weapons coming through for Kimo. That's mostly for the Son of Osiris, I think. No, it doesn't help the Son of Osiris at all. Looks like the Son of Osiris is just getting thrown away. Almost lost 50% of the HP there on that Son of Osiris. Gonna drop that. We did lose 50% of the HP on the Son of Osiris. Sheesh. The Son of Osiris is going to get pulled back. Continuously doing damage, inflicting pain. We see the behemoth coming, going to kill off a house. No reaction from Kimo. The villagers moving forward. You can come over and just snipe the behemoth with the villagers because the behemoth, only 30% hack armor. Yeah, it's got 625 HP, but 30% hack armor means these villagers actually do a fair amount of damage to him as more behemoth are coming in. Meanwhile, these siege towers can effectively just walk into his opponent's base and just kill off everything here. And there's the heavy elephant as well for Kimo City. The dead now coming through. And the Pharaoh jumps up there to now 391 HP. So he's back to more than half HP again. But yet again, Kimo not paying attention. The Son of Osiris is getting slowly deleted. But Nyan has to retreat back as his army gets completely clapped. And Nyan does end up tapping out in the 18th minute here. Really, really nice attempt from NyanRacingCat. I loved the pressure, especially with the exposed gold mine here. But he didn't fully commit to it. And I feel like, I could be wrong, like maybe it wouldn't have worked. But essentially, you're all in on this gold staff. You don't just grab the talent center and expect to hold on to it because it's Isis. Isis is going to ancestors. It's going to push out. So you got to bring in all of the power in. He had, if we look at the post game quickly, I don't do this all too often, but if we look at the post game, we check the wood out. We check back at like the 9-minute mark, at the 10-minute mark here when the prosperity was clicked. He should have been sending those watchtowers forward. He should have been sending him forward with these resources, and even with these resources here. Always has the wood to get watchtowers and move forward with those towers onto this gold mine before it was set up. And then he can just sit under them. And then it's like, well, how does the Egyptian player now push out? He's going to have to bring the villagers in. And at that stage, you're like getting really good value. But it didn't quite work out there for NyanRacingCat, and Kimo does get the first win in this best of 5. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.